Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the Maker's Cave. And today we're going to be doing issue 15 of the Eaglemoss Eleanor Mustang. Say that 3 times fast. So as usual,
Let's do that again.
As usual, we'll take all the screws out, we'll put them in their bins, and then we'll bring you guys closer and we'll start assembling. Here's issue 15, and we're going to start off with kit 55. Where are you? So they want this is another more the floor, interior floor with the felt for the rug. And he wants to put it like here, and we're going to be doing some seat belt work. So he wants to take part 55B and put it. There's some slots in the floor here. The water slot, it just goes right, it just fits right in here. It's just a press fit. Oh, it's a pretty sturdy press fit too. That's really in there. All right, that was easy. Now it wants us to take the other side, do the same thing. As you can see right here, there's the seat belt right in there. So that part's done. Now it wants us to bring back the driver's area. Turn it over like this. And now this carpeted part looks like it's going to go. Oh, there it is. There's a small registration point right there. There's this hole right here on this tab, and it goes right onto here. That tab is now sitting in there. And this all gets held in with some PS05 screws, which go here, 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 and here. Now, as I did this screw, they're going plastic into plastic. This came down real nice and snug. This one caught, but it's not bottoming out. I'm pretty sure it's stripped out, so you can just spin it. That's why you got to be real careful when you're putting these plastic on plastic screws in here. You don't over torque them. Although I didn't really do that, it just continued to spin. So now we're going to move on here. We're going to do this long seat belt right here. There's a plastic piece on one end, and what should be what looks like it's and there is metal. It's the metal buckle on the other. They want us to put the metal buckle through. There's a slot back here somewhere apparently. Let's flip it over, see if we can see it. Oh yeah, here it is. There's several of them, and it wants us to do the one that's farther back towards this smaller hole. So I'm turning it over, and I'm going to fish. You know what? We are going to use tools that are available to us. Okay, so it's through there, and then they want us to turn this over like this. Here's the belt we just pulled through, and they want us to pull it down now. So I guess so the plastic piece catches. Then they want us to flip this over again. Now they want us to do the same for the other belt. When I mentioned it, on these belt buckles, or the seat belts right here, there's a small little, it's just a protrusion up on the piece of plastic, which is supposed to be the button to release. So you want to make sure that when you put the belt in, it's oriented so this button goes on the outside so you can hit to get your seat belt off. I did it wrong on this one, but I just swapped it around just now to make it right. So now the seat belts are in. Oh, and now we get to put the seats in. So what we need to do now is we got to go get the seats that we built earlier. Trying to see if they go a certain way. Is there a left and a right? Oh, there's a right, which would be over here. This would make this the left. They want us to put this right into here. There are two posts right here, and there's two holes in here, and I put them in there, and you can feel them when they go into the, when they sit properly. They make a little click. So that seat's in there, and that gets held in with two PS05 screws. All right, so that seat is in, and now we just do the same thing for the other side. So let me get a PS05 screw ready. All right, the interior is really beginning to take some shape now. So some better eyes than me took a look at it. And what they want you to do is they want you to take the seat belt and actually put it in the seat belt. So you just kind of take it, move this up like this, and like I said, you got the little nub that's on this one thing that's to act like the release button, and they just want you to put it on here, which is easier said than done. There it goes, right on there like that. So now we come over here and we'll do the same thing with this one. Okay, so now the seat belts are on. And that is it for kit 55. And now we are moving on to 56, which is some floor mats. So guess what? Bring the driver's area back. And here are, there's a little stripe at the bottom.
You can't see it. But
You can't see it on there, and I don't know if it's really going to make a difference. It's your personal preference. But I'm going to put them at the bottom. And of course there's some posts here, and there's going to be some registration holes in the bottom here in this floor that they're going to go in. These holes don't line up. These are closer to each other than these are. So I can tell you which way, we were guessing before which way these carpets got, these floor mats got oriented, but it tells you right here. And from looking in here, the ones that are closer there do go to the bottom, so we're correct in assuming that the stripe goes at the bottom. Putting these in probably would have been easier before the seats were in. I don't know why they didn't tell us to do that, because that certainly would have been easier. So there we go. Now we're going to do the other one. And now we're going to put in all the others. Now we're going to do some back carpeting too. It's the same way. So since the stripe was on the bottom, that's how we're going to put these in here. And of course these are going to be a lot easier to get to because they're right back here. And they are in. That is it for 56. We're going to go on to 57. Introducing the rear seat base. They want us to orient it like this. Bring back the interior. This is going to go, once again, there's registration marks here and in these holes. And it's going to go right on top and into here. And they get held in with PS05 screws. They want us to put the outside screws in first, here and here, and then do the inside. Okay, we did the two outside. Now we're going to do the two inside. As you can see now, there's the rear seat area. All right, now we're going to move on to 58, which is the luggage platform. We're going to take this piece, and again, there's some registration marks. So it's going to live right in here. And they are going to get held in with some PS05 screws. Okay, that's all in there. Let's turn it over and see what we got. More of what they call the luggage rack. So that is stage 58 complete. Oh, and that is it. We've come to the end of this issue, issue 15. So what do? We did some seat belts. We did the interior floor right in here. Let me put this down. The interior floor in here. We did the seat belt clips. We did the seat belts. We did the rear luggage rear luggage rack, as they call it, right here, this piece here. And we put the seats in. And we did the floor mats. Oh, and now we're beginning to look like more of a driver's area. So that is it for stage 15. That concludes this issue of the Eaglemoss Eleanor Mustang. I hope you enjoyed watching me do this. I hope you picked up some tips and tricks along with me as I did it. I'll have a link below to anything that I used today. If you thought this was helpful, be sure to hit the like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. And if you want to be alerted when more comes out, hit the bell. So until next time, I'm Steve, and thanks for stopping by the Maker's Cave.